What is going on, guys? I spoke about this in a video that I did some months back. And I spoke about ESPN being ready to fire Michelle Beadle. As a matter of fact, I'm going to find that video and I'm going to put a link to it, okay? And that was months ago. And they were talking about basically phasing her off the network. And this is, I believe, a new initiative of ESPN to get all of this feminism, this social justice BS off of their platform because it has lost them a significant amount of money in subscriptions and viewership, right? So let's look at this article. According to the New York Post, Michelle Beadle is off NBA Countdown and out of jobs at ESPN. She's lost her second job at ESPN, and she only has basically two jobs. She was on the Get Up show in the morning, and she's also on NBA Countdown. And I want y'all to understand, she's one of the highest paid people at ESPN. She's making $5 million a year, okay? So Michelle Beadle's dramatic fall at ESPN has continued. She is being dropped from NBA Countdown, sources confirm to the Post. This is the second high-profile job Beadle has lost in the past 12 months. Almost a year ago to the date, Beadle was taken off ESPN's morning show, Get Up. She is still making $5 million per year, but there is no telling what she will do next. In April, the Post first reported that Beadle's job on Countdown, ESPN's premier NBA show, which precedes the finals telecasts, among other games, was in peril, with Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor as the prime candidates to replace her on the show. I want to say this, though. I like Maria Taylor and Rachel Nichols. I like what Rachel Nichols does on the show The Jump. I think Maria Taylor is very talented. I think Maria Taylor would fit fine on that show. I think she would. Rachel Nichols as well. So you could put any one of those in there. I think that Rachel Nichols will probably be the best fit because she does primarily basketball on ESPN. So I could see her being put on that show, and it would be an upgrade. I think Rachel Nichols will be an upgrade, and I think Maria Taylor will be an upgrade, to be honest with you. In June, the website Sports by Brooks reported Beadle, Paul Pierce, and Chauncey Billups would be out. Yeah, when I made the video, they basically was going to clean house. Everybody but Jalen Rose pretty much was going to be gone. And they were going to do something different because they want to compete with TNT's NBA show, but they can't. You know, the TNT crew they have a lot. Not only do you have talented guys like Barkley, you got Shaq there, and the other guys. They really make the show work, like they really do. That chemistry is great. They don't have that same chemistry at ESPN because they're trying to insert a female on the panel. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I'm saying is you're trying to make every show the same. The NBA, they have a female lead host. On baseball, they have the female announcer. Like every show they're trying to insert, they have to have a woman on the panel, and that's not always what you need. And what TNT has done, they say we're going to put the best four guys on the panel. You know, no Lisa Leslie. No, what we're going to have is, and I'm using her because she was doing the panel show. It's just bringing up an example. We're going to have these four guys doing it. Guys who played the game on that panel, speaking to each other, interacting with each other. You know, the chemistry is strong. Barkley's personality shines. ESPN don't have that type of talent there. You know, the only one that comes close is Stephen A. Smith. But other than that, they don't have a guy of that caliber to anchor their NBA shows. You know, like if you look at the NFL broadcast, Randy Moss has something like he has that energy and enthusiasm, and I think that's making the NBA pregame, the NFL pregame show a little bit better and not as stale as it got. Even though I like the guys that they had before, but yeah, I think that's what they need, and I think that's what they're lacking on that show. On Friday, The Athletic tweeted that Nichols and Taylor will share the countdown hosting duties. A source said ESPN is still trying to figure out how to make the platoon hosting setup work. Taylor is a huge part of ESPN's college football coverage, while Nichols is already a presence on ESPN's NBA shows with The Jump and the many interviews she conducts. Taylor wanted to do more NBA, sources said, and Nichols had been fighting to get the lead role on her own show. Now they'll share it. Sources told the Post that Billups is leaving Countdown to be a TV game analyst for the Los Angeles Clippers. Billups will continue at ESPN too, but he will shift to games. Pierce's role on Countdown is still unsettled. As the Post had previously reported, Jay Williams and Richard Jefferson are prime candidates to land on the Countdown. I think that'd be cool. Richard Jefferson, I've seen a little bit of him, and I think he'll be good fit for the show. I think you may not notice it at times, but he has a personality. Richard Jefferson definitely has a personality, so I think that could work. Jay Williams is a guy, he's a smart guy, he knows basketball, so I think that could definitely work. Listen, they're trying to phase her out. They're trying to get all this SJW feminism off their platform. She is a symbol of what ESPN was. Jemele Hill was too. That's why Jemele Hill isn't there now. They're trying to go in a new direction. I think that even though people may still like working with her, I think behind the scenes, she's still a bit of a problem. She's still the face of what ESPN was just a year or two ago, when basically literally the employees was running the company publicly. And Michelle Beadle will be saying odd things, and I think they just have a list of people that they say, you know what, for the greater good, these people don't need to be here. They're choosing business over feelings. There are people who are going to choose feelings over business. I'm not one of those. I'm always going to go the business, over feelings. Now, what you see on the screen, okay, is some tweets from a reporter. Let me see. It's from Richard Deutsch or Deitch. Can't seem to get that name right. And it says ESPN News. ESPN is planning to name Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor as hosts of the NBA Countdown for this upcoming season. Formal announcement should come in the coming weeks. The expectation via sources is both will host the show. They'll split the assignment in some manner. So this is to show y'all more information as far as this situation goes. See, Nichols will continue to host The Jump. Regarding other staffers on the show, Chauncey Billups will move from studio to work as a game analyst. Jalen Rose will be back on NBA Countdown. I'm not sure about Paul Pierce for this season. That's from Michelle Beadle. She's well liked by the talent she works with, and she will be working on air somewhere. The question is whether that will be for ESPN or elsewhere to be determined. ESPN declined comment. Well, she's going to be working for Fox. I don't see Fox like we got to get Michelle Beadle. So I don't know where she's going to be. Honestly, though, because Michelle Beadle's making so much money, I think that she was good to just stay there and not say nothing. But obviously something's going on if you're phasing her out. I think what's going on is that the NBA show is struggling. You're paying this woman $5 million a year, and the show is struggling. And they're saying, well, Jalen Rose is a talented utility guy at our company. It's not him. And Jalen Rose is good on TV. Is it Chauncey Billups? Is it Paul Pierce? And I think that They want to switch up the chemistry because they realize that Michelle Beadle does not bring views. She doesn't. You know, she's not Samantha Ponder, okay? I truly believe that Samantha Ponder, who does NFL coverage, I truly believe she brings more viewership than Michelle Beadle does. And she doesn't make near as much money as Michelle Beadle. And that is why they're saying, you know what, man, this ain't working. And plus, we don't want this type of person at our company, so we need to phase her out. Let's see. Maria Taylor is good, but Rachel Nichols is too biased towards LeBron and won't criticize many NBA players. Not a good choice. Rachel Nichols, please, God, no. Rachel corny. Do the producers ever change? Seems like they keep playing musical chairs every 2 years, but the show not working goes beyond the on-air talent. That could be right, because I don't have a problem with Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce worked on the show. You know, I just think that when you're trying to compete with the NBA show, on TNT, you're not going to be able to do it. That show is a well-oiled machine because TNT put a lot into that production. The NBA Countdown show on ESPN is just another piece to the company. But the NBA Countdown show, the NBA show on TNT, that show is the centerpiece of their NBA coverage. Everything runs through that show. And the people who are producing it, they probably work on all these different shows. It's not just a NBA focused type production. So it could be the producers. Maybe do need to make a change. They probably have been making a change. But if Michelle Beadle is the center, is going to be the focus of the show, the lead of the show, that show is not going to do well. Rachel Nichols, wow, yay, going to be watching. Do the show producers ever change? Because they always replace hosts and analysts, yet the show is always an unwatchable mess. Beadle check, ESPN, mate. So now Rachel is on 2 basketball shows. ESPN doing a great job of alienating real basketball fans. I just can't watch her suck. Oh, man, I got to keep it PG. Listen, man, this thing could work. It could flop. But we will definitely see. Maybe I'll make another video. But, yeah, it looks to me that Rachel Nichols is out. And we'll see who's hosting the show moving forward.